Simply Explained. Words Matter. A 5-part series for quick learning on the go, or a lesson to put you to sleep. Words Matter. The final part of the Words Matter podcast. Episode 5. The Impact of Words. The relationship between what you take in through your brain and your behavior is complex and multifaceted, involving various cognitive, emotional, and physiological processes. Here are some key reasons why what you take in your brain affects the way you behave. Cognitive processing, information intake and interpretation. Perception. Your brain receives and interprets sensory information from the environment through your senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. This information is processed and interpreted based on your past experiences, knowledge, and expectations. Attention. What you focus on influences your behavior. For example, if you are focused on a task, you are more likely to behave in a way that completes that task effectively. Memory and learning. Short-term and long-term memory. Information that is taken in and processed can be stored in short-term or long-term memory. Long-term memories can influence future behaviors by providing a framework for decision-making and problem-solving. Learning. New information can lead to changes in behavior through the process of learning. For instance, if you learn a new skill, you will behave differently as you apply that skill. Emotional responses. Emotional processing. Emotional triggers. Certain stimuli can trigger emotional responses, which in turn influence behavior. For example, seeing a loved one can trigger feelings of happiness and affection, leading to nurturing behaviors. Stress and anxiety. Negative stimuli can induce stress and anxiety, which can lead to behaviors such as avoidance, aggression, or withdrawal. Emotional regulation. Coping mechanisms. How you process and regulate your emotions can affect your behavior. For example, if you have effective coping mechanisms, you might behave more calmly under stress. Conversely, poor emotional regulation can lead to impulsive or maladaptive behaviors. Neurochemical influences. Neurotransmitters and hormones. Dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These neurotransmitters play crucial roles in regulating mood, motivation, and social behavior. For example, dopamine is associated with reward and pleasure, influencing behaviors related to seeking rewards. Hormones. Hormones like cortisol, stress hormone, and oxytocin, love and bonding hormone, can significantly affect behavior. High cortisol levels can lead to stress-related behaviors, while oxytocin can promote social bonding and trust. Social and cultural influences. Social learning. Modeling. Observing the behavior of others can influence your own behavior. This is known as social learning or modeling. For example, children often learn behaviors by observing their parents or peers. Cultural norms. Cultural and societal norms can shape what you take in and how you behave. For instance, cultural values and beliefs can influence your attitudes and behaviors towards work, family, and social interactions. Social cues. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions and body language, can influence your behavior. For example, seeing someone smile can make you more likely to smile back and feel more positive. Decision-making and problem-solving. Cognitive biases. Confirmation bias. This is the tendency to favor information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs or expectations. It can influence your behavior by making you more likely to act in ways that align with your beliefs. Heuristics. Mental shortcuts or rules of thumb can influence decision-making and behavior. For example, if you use the availability heuristic, you might make decisions based on how easily examples come to mind. Executive function. Planning and organization. Higher-order cognitive functions, such as planning, organization, and self-control, are influenced by what you take in. For example, if you receive clear instructions and have a well-organized plan, you are more likely to behave in a goal-directed manner. Physiological responses. Fight or flight. Stress response. The brain's response to perceived threats can trigger the fight or flight response, leading to behaviors aimed at self-preservation, such as running away or confronting the threat. Relaxation response. Conversely, positive stimuli can trigger a relaxation response, leading to calming behaviors. Sleep and rest. Cognitive function. Adequate sleep and rest are essential for cognitive function. Lack of sleep can impair decision-making, attention, and emotional regulation, leading to maladaptive behaviors. In 1985, Tipper Gore co-founded the Parents Music Resource Center, PMRC, with Susan Baker, the wife of then Treasury Secretary James Baker. The PMRC was established to address concerns about explicit lyrics in popular music and to provide parents with information about the content of music their children were listening to. One of the most notable achievements of the PMRC was the introduction of the Parental Advisory, Explicit Content Sticker. This sticker was designed to warn parents about explicit lyrics in albums, allowing them to make informed decisions about their children's music consumption. While her efforts were met with criticism and legal challenges, they also sparked important conversations about the balance between artistic expression and societal responsibilities. Conclusion. What you take in through your brain, whether it's sensory information, emotional cues, or cognitive inputs, significantly affects your behavior. This influence is mediated through a complex interplay of cognitive processing, emotional responses, neurochemical influences, social and cultural factors, decision-making processes, and physiological responses. Understanding these mechanisms can help in managing and modifying behaviors to achieve desired outcomes and improve overall well-being. Thanks for listening. Remember, what you let into your world affects what comes out of your world. Pay attention to what you see and understand what you are doing. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.